Hello everyone. Today we are going to start the second chapter of Civics Class 8, Understanding Secularism. So this is the table of content, that is, in this chapter we have to discuss about the meaning of secularism, importance of separating religion from the state, Indian secularism, and lastly the difference between Indian secularism and other countries. Now, meaning of secularism. So, this term was coined by the British writer Jacob Holyoake in the year 1851. Holyoake used this term secularism to describe his views of promoting a social order separate from religion without actively dismissing or criticizing religious beliefs. It means that according to the views of Jacob, he said that there is no particular religion that could be separated from any government, and like government cannot discriminate or dismiss or criticize any particular religion. This is what secularism is. In simple words, secularism refers to the separation of religion from the state. That is, government does any particular religion, any particular culture, each and every religion is treated equally in the country. The country employs this equality of all religions and religious tolerance within the country, and in keeping with this idea of religious freedom for all, India has adopted the strategy of separating religion from the state, that is government or country. There can be no problem that may come up on the basis of religion is stating that one is in majority or the other one is in minority. Any religion, any particular people belonging to any religion who is in minority in the country cannot be dominated by a religion or a people who belong to a majority religion. A Any religion cannot be suppressed by the other religion. Each and every religion has been given equal chances, and like if there is any issues, there are any fights stating that one should be discriminated against on the ground of religious beliefs or on the grounds of minority or majority of that religion, so that may create problem in the country, which country has completely ended up. And each and every citizen of the country belonging to any religion has been given equal chance in the country, in the government job, in any of the country's affair, without any discrimination. Now here are some examples of non-secular country. By this example, you will be able to understand that if a country is non-secular, what are the problems that may come up in the country, or what kind of problem does people in that country suffer from. So first is Jews were persecuted in Hitler's Germany. What happened long back that there in Germany, people in majority belong to Christianity religion, and over there once a disease occurred named as plague, and that was an epidemic. So what Hitler did was Hitler started burning all the people who belong to Jews religion, stating that they are the one who has expanded this particular disease, and because of them others are getting, people are dying over there. This is what a country did with the who is non-secular, with the country who is with the people who are in minority in terms of religion. Looking at this, Israel came up as a Jewish state, a Jewish country who started treating Muslims and Christian minorities very badly. And similarly, the country named as Saudi Arabia does not allow any non-Muslims to build any temple, any church, or follow their own culture, religion, allow them to settle down in group as a religious community can come together and discuss on their own matters. So these are the problems that people of a country faces when a country is non-secular. Member of one religious community tries to discriminate against the members of other religious communities in such non-secular countries. The act of discrimination takes place easily than any takes up easily when one religion is given an official recognition, a power in the country named after a religion, and the others are treated badly. Like clearly, no one is wished to be discriminated against any religion or nor wanted to be dominated by any another religion. So these are the problems that comes up in a non-secular country, which India is free from. So, why it is important for a country to separate from religion? The importance of separating religion from the state or the country. So, the most important aspect of secularism is its separation from the religion from the state. A country should not allow any interference in political matter in country on the basis of religion. That is the most important aspect why secularism is brought into a country, why it is followed in a country. So, if you know, almost all countries in the world has more than one religious group of people living in there. If we talk about India, we have different religion like Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jain. There are many. So, no one has been given a special privilege. Each and every religion is treated equally in the country to avoid any issues, any discrimination in the country. Also, within these religious groups that are present in a country, one group is there that is in majority. Most of the people belong to that particular religion. So, the tyranny of the majority could result in the discrimination, coercion, and at times even killing of the religious minorities. Here, tyranny means the cruel government, you can say. If government is cruel, government would support any particular religion, and that religion will discriminate another religion who belong to a minority community, or government may force someone to follow their religious beliefs or their actions whatever they wish to, which coercion actually means forcing someone, persuading someone, pulling someone to do a particular thing using force or threat. So here the tyranny of the majority could result in discrimination, means the cruel government cannot will allow the majority religious group to discriminate. Coercion means by persuading someone to do something wrong by forcing or by threatening, and this will lead to the killing of minorities who are in religious term, who are less in quantity, less in number. The majority can easily prevent minorities from practicing their religion, and any form of domination based on religion is in violation of the rights that a democratic society, a democratic country guarantees to each and every citizen irrespective of their religion. That means if any religion, a majority religion, tries to dominate on a minority one, it is a violation of right in a democratic country in which is guaranteed to each and every citizen irrespective of any religion. Therefore, the tyranny of the majority and the violation of fundamental rights that can result in is one reason why it is important to separate the state and the religion in democratic societies. So it means that if the government is supporting any majority religion who is violating the fundamental right of the country, then problems like will occur in the society which is not suitable for a democratic country. Therefore, it is important to separate the religion from state, and especially in a democratic country. That's all in this video.